The following opinions are solely those of BoatTest.com and its test captain.
Hi, Captain Steve for BoatTest.com. Now, Robalo has become synonymous with quality center consoles and walk-around fish boats, but with this newest model, the R222, I came away feeling the ride and handling was its most distinguishing feature. Let's get right into the operations. Forward, there are two pull-up cleats with a hatch over the anchor locker, complete with anchor keepers. The deck mold is notched to allow the rode to go through when the hatch is closed. The helm is mounted right to the center of the console, so if someone joins the captain, it requires a scooch to the side. The tinted windshield was much appreciated and kept the wind nicely deflected. It also presented zero distortion to the curved sides. There are two recessed storage areas to either side of the compass. Both have padded surfaces and are self-draining. Toggle switches are to both sides of the panel with circuit breakers next to each switch. The top port switch is the horn. A pair of Yamaha digital gauges provide selectable information. The center is left open to accommodate a map display, and Robalo offers a Garmin 740S with a 7-inch display as an option. The stainless wheel is an upgrade, and it's mounted to a tilt base. The engine control is mounted nearly vertically. The standard marine-grade stereo is the port underneath the observer's control. Overhead, a separate electronics box can be added to the optional T-top. Let's talk about seating. To the stern is a flip-down bench seat that stows away just as easily for fishing. The helm seat was comfortable enough with thick vinyl in two tones, but I found it best to be used as a leaning post. Underneath the storage were the removable bin. Just ahead of the console is a single-wide seat with grab handles to the sides. At the bow, wraparound seating utilizes the padded bolster to provide a comfortable spot to relax. Moving on to the fishing features, with the bow pads removed, the casting deck is revealed with diamond non-skid surface. Underneath are two 30-gallon fish boxes with overboard drains. In the deck is a holder for every boater's best friend, the 5-gallon bucket. This could also be used to hold the cast net. Notice how the opening is widened to allow the bucket past, and it's guttered and plumbed to an overboard drain. Behind the leaning post is a 15-gallon live well with LED lighting, blue gel coat finish, and directional aerator. There are rod holders underneath the gunnels, vertical holders to the sides of the console, and rocket launchers to the rear of the T-top. Safety was a prime consideration with the R22. I can move anywhere around the boat while still holding onto something, and the optional T-top provides a convenient handhold for this elevated position. At the helm, there's a grab handle to port, and the T-top supports are strategically placed for use as handholds. Behind the helm seat is another set of grab rails. The inside of the console is accessed by a forward door, which is much easier than a side door. Inside is 5 feet 5 inches of headroom accommodating a standard porta-potty, but a vacuum-flush unit with a 6.5-gallon holding tank is also offered. And there's a hanging rod and a rubber-matted deck. Now let's get underway and see how she performs. The Robalo 222 has a length overall of 21 feet 6 inches, a beam of 8 feet 6 inches, and a draft of 34 inches. With an empty weight of 3,200 pounds, 45 gallons of fuel, and 2 people on board, we had an estimated test weight of 3,890 pounds. With the Yamaha F200 XP turning a 14.5 by 15 3-blade Reliance prop, we reached a top speed of 42 miles per hour at 5,800 RPM. At that speed, we were burning a total of 19.45 gallons per hour, giving us a range of 175 miles. Best cruise came in at 4,000 RPM and 26 miles per hour. That speed reduced the fuel burn to 7.6 gallons per hour, which the 222 could maintain for 277 miles and 10 hours and 42 minutes while still holding on to a 10% reserve. We reached planing speed in 3.3 seconds, accelerated to 20 miles per hour in 6.5 seconds, and continued accelerating through 30 miles per hour in 10.1 seconds. With 5.5 turns from lock to lock and the typically stiff C-Star steering, I'd like to see a steering knob attached to the wheel. We came up on plane from a 10-degree bow rise, and once settled in on plane, go ahead and add trim to the top of the trim gauge and she'll be in proper running angle. She feels like she's glued to the water in turns, no chine walk, no falling off the turn, and just a minimal loss of speed. In the chop, she presents a dry ride with no sign of pounding or harsh characteristics, exactly what we would expect for an offshore-capable boat with its 21-degree Deadrise. I have to say that after being on board and spending time behind the wheel, my expectations were met, and Robalo created another capable, hard-working fishing platform. She performed well with the 200 horsepower Yamaha, but she's rated for up to 250 horsepower, and she's as comfortable offshore as she is in narrow waters. And that's my full sea trial of the R22 from Robalo. For BoatTest.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.